What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be taking a look at a deck that ended up in the finals of the big Legacy European, well, Legacy as in group, not format. This is actually a standard deck, don't go anywhere. Whatever, either way, this is a deck that got into the finals. It's really cool, plays a bunch of Legends and Esper colors. Let's go take a look at it. Quick reminder, if you haven't done it, if you're gonna buy anything to protect your nerd gear, check out ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. Use promo code PowrDragn. You'll save 5% at checkout, and they'll give me a kickback here, so you get to support me while getting something for yourself. Oh, and a quick shout out to two new members here on the YouTube channel, Akirat and James White. Thank y'all for becoming members and supporting the channel. Much appreciated. But let's get into this deck list. Starting at the top, we're going to be playing Skrelv. They're actually playing a full set of Skrelv in here, which is pretty interesting. Not sure I would have made that call, but it obviously worked out for them, so that's what we're going to do today. But I would have played 4 copies of Thalia, which they also played. So we're going to be rocking with those two to get the early game going. And those are going to really be able to cause problems for your opponents. Now, some of the other legends hanging out in here, we are going to be playing Dinnick, because Dinnick's just quality for 2 mana, and kind of gives you 2 creatures, because when it dies, you can then come over the top, and it also can protect graveyards, so some things like Atraxa or whatever are going to have a little trouble with Dinnick sitting on the board. Obviously, Adeline, because just sometimes you get the quick draws and just ramp up through it, and Adeline can be a real pain in the butt. But also, Raffine. Raffine's another creature that comes over the top, has ward, and can actually grow whatever creature you need to grow during the attack step. Love what this card does, especially since we're also playing Shieldred, because every time you draw, you get to gain life, and that can just put you out of reach in a lot of matchups. So we love having that group of things running with us. Now there are a couple of curious cards in here, one being Razorlash Transmogritte, and interestingly, this card showed up in a few different lists over the weekend, so it's something to keep your eye on if you're not aware of what this card does. It's a quality little aggro creature, but also can keep coming back from the graveyard. Gives you a little bit of game against the control matchups and whatnot, but it is very bad against the aggro matchups because you can't block with it. But Ludovic's also very cool because it can turn into something bigger and kind of give you another copy of a creature that's in your graveyard. Not often that's going to come up, but it is a 2 mana 2/3, and that's actually pretty fine for filling our curve. And then off of that, we do want to play some wedding announcements because, well, the card's just really dang good. Now, let's talk about one interesting thing about the deck. We are going to be playing Eiganjo, Otawara, and Takenuma in multiples, but that's partly because we're playing extra lands, and we do have a lot of legends, so we're going to be able to use these abilities for 1 mana most of the time. But other than that, that's the deck. Let's go play some games with this deck and see how does it hold up in best of 1 since it was geared for best of 3. Alright, let's keep it. I mean, we just need to find blue for, well, not even, we have blue. We just needed a 3rd land for Raffine, but managed to find that, so I guess it's okay. Let's see, you're going to probably have to target Skrelv here with something that's not go for the throat. Ah, March. Okay, fair enough. Oh no! I didn't realize that's what that was. I didn't realize it was that land. I for some reason were processed as being a Cave of Corlos. Oh no, that is so funny. Crap. Alright, let me think about this. What do I want to do here now? I kind of got all out of sequence. To be honest, I kind of want to play a Thalia here. But we're going to lead with this first. And then pass the turn. Mostly because if we do draw another land, and let's say they play like Shieldred here, we can still kill Shieldred and play Thalia. What is this thing? Oh, that's Danitha, right? Oh, Enrika. I don't know why I said Danitha, but yeah, Enrika, the vampire. Got it. Sounds good. Each player sacrifices a creature. Sure. I'm going to sack this, I think, since we have so many of them. Like, it would be foolish to do otherwise. But let's try this again. As much as I wanted the Thalia there, we did not draw the extra land, which I would have enjoyed. Sure. Sack this. So Thalia would have mattered there. But here we go. Now we're just not finding mana, and that's a different problem. Get rid of this dude. Actually, this is if your opponent has non-basics, right? That it would be cheap. I think we do it anyway, though. Then we play this, and I'm going to go ahead and play Dinnick. We're still at 16, so, I mean, we're not really worried about Liliana. We're not worried about that either. That's fine. They can attack for 4 here if they want to, though. Oh, no, they can't, because that's a 1-3. It has a flip first. Won't flip until the attack step. Yep, you got it. Oh, Adeline, that's such a cool option, but not what we're going to do here. Yep, you got it. Attack with this. Discard this thing. Alright. Even if they have another Invoke Despair, which they probably do, we're just going to sacrifice Dinnick here. Obliterator. Well, unfortunately, we can come over the top of an Obliterator currently. So that's a positive. Oh, they wanted to kill our Thalia. That sucks. Okay, fair enough. So now this is a little tough because we can't play... Well, we could play the Adeline. I guess and just... I don't know. Depends on how squirrely we want to get. That's probably better and worth keeping. Because we can at least make the active decision to kill something with that if we want to. Opponents at 12. They have their own Shieldred. Fair enough. Yeah. A backup Shieldred. Don't really need that. Alright. Guess we get in there with this. Toss a Dinnick to the yard. Actually, maybe just... Yeah, we toss a Dinnick to the yard because we can just play that as a flyer. Which is fine. We should be pretty good here. I'm not sure how the opponent would otherwise win at this point, unless they're playing like the big 6/6 flyer, maybe. But that's about all I can think of. End the turn. I mean, we're kind of canceling each other out on Shieldreds here. Oh, well, that's a lot of life. Fortunately, we have another Shieldred. Yeah, the opponent's not wanting to attack, so it's just like we're in this weird holding pattern. I guess I'm not going to use this Saigonjo for anything relevant. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. Attack. We'll split these up just in case some point in the future it matters. I'm going to get rid of this and actually the Adeline because almost a liability here more than anything else. Alright. We can get back Thalia, but I don't think Thalia really does. I guess we could get back Skrelv if we really wanted to, and that would actually allow us to force through something on the ground later, but opponent's only at 5 here. I mean, we have 2 attackers they have to deal with. They are digging, though, for something. Probably something to just blast for Fiend, I would think. Or another Corrupt. Path of Peril. Alright. It still doesn't solve the problem. We take 9. I'm not even sure what they could do with the difference, but sure. Actually, no, I'm not. Because then they can make us sacrifice a non-token creature. And that would have sucked. Alright, cool. Got there. Alright, we're definitely not throwing this one back. The only downside is you end up with a situation where you can't play Wedding Announcement behind Thalia, but we can do that on turn 4. Because turn 3 we're probably just playing Rafine anyway, so it doesn't change much. Only downside is right now we don't really have anything we want to discard to Rafine, so that's a little bit of a thing. But we have a couple turns and an attack trigger to draw something, so let's see what we find. Obviously, Thalia's down. Now it's just, do they have a cut down or not? No, they have a tenacious underdog. Okay, let's go with Rafine here. And we'll attack. And say, worst case scenario, we can discard another Thalia, so let's do that. Now, admittedly, we didn't have to discard the Thalia there because, like, Tenacious Underdog can't really block effectively anyway. But for future considerations, it could be a thing. If they want to cut down Rafine here, it's going to cost 3. 1 for the cut down, 1 for Rafine's ward, and 1 for the Thalia attacks. Oh, they got our Wedding Announcement, though. Believe it or not, that is a bit inconveniencing. Like, that does kind of suck for us. Looks like they might have got stuck. No, they have a third land. Okay. Ooh, shielded. That is a good find, though. We are not mad about that, let me tell you. We're going to get the extra life here anyway. I was going to say, I was going to attack first just to see what cards we get, but nah. Alright, probably put the counters on the Rafine. Ooh, wow, nothing. Blanks. Alright. Now, the good news is we have Takenuma, we have Iganjo. They're both going to be able to be used for 1 mana here, which is kind of sweet. But we only have a Thalia in the yard to go get. Plus side, if they kill a Shieldred or they kill a Rafine, we can get it right back, which is kind of nice. Alright, that attack goes through. They go to 13. They lose 2 life. Oh, and then it looks like this opponent just wants to rope out, and that's it. Fair enough. And we're just going to attack. Yep. And that's it. Alright, easy win. We'll take it. Ooh, this is tough. I think I'm going to mulligan. Alright, I like this better. Mostly because but we don't have a blue land here for Dinnick. Dang it. I was just thinking this allowed us more plays, but ugh. Unless we top deck a blue land, we're going to be better off having kept the first hand. We'll see, though. Let's put back a Shattered Sanctum just because. At least these give us some versatility, maybe? Hey, we found it. Now, if this is mono red, there's a good chance to just shoot this for 3. Yeah, if they're shooting us for 2, there's a chance that Dinnick might already be dead, but that's okay. Wedding Announcement and Shieldred are both really good in this fight, so I don't mind it. Oh, it was not, but it is a 3/1 creature. So that is worth noting. No attacks. Don't want to give them treasure just yet. If they draw something to kill Dinnick and still attack, that's fine. Alright, well. Things seem to be going okay so far, so, you know. Is what it is. They didn't even draw land, so now it's not even worth it for me to attack with the 1/1 to give them treasure. Right? Because when this dies, yeah. Alright, we got it. And I'll say this about this matchup, right? Like, or this board state. Had they been drawing lands and doing stuff, I probably would have attacked with a 1/1 and just let them trade and get it out the way so I can eventually start gaining life with the Dinnick. But because they were stuck on lands, there was just no benefit to us giving them treasure. So even if they would have attacked here, I would have probably just let it through and then just try to gain the life off the Shieldred and the Dinnick. Just a weird game state where sometimes you just have to play differently. This is an easy keeper. Definitely no arguments here. But obviously, it's just Thalia. Actually, I was going to say Thalia and a wedding announcement, but like Thalia into Adeline, actually. Just let's go big pressure. Unless they get rid of Thalia here, then I might go wedding announcement first. We'll see, though. Blight Belly Rat. Well, the good news here is we do first strike against that. So we don't lose anything. I'm just debating. Well, we don't have a choice because we have Thalia out. So yeah. Now they can block the 1/1. No harm, no foul. Also, don't forget, we can use this to bounce something later if we feel we need to. Drowning-icker, boo! But that's okay. Oh, we had another one. That's cute. I would like to... How do I want to do this? I think I want to play an Adeline. But I think I want to take damage for it. Oh no, I won't. I still won't have enough for Otawara because I need 2 mana. Never mind. Doesn't matter. So then it's just, do I want to play Adeline or do I want to play Wedding Announcement here? I think we still want to go Adeline. Because even if they kill Adeline here, then the next turn we have a backup 1/1 anyway. If they decide to play like the 4/4 dude here, we can at least bounce it, get some more attacks in. And right now, we're only sitting at 1 Toxic, which is kind of nice. Wait, shouldn't we... Oh no, because that proliferates doesn't add 1. Never mind. Alright, a Death Toucher. Annoying, but fair. And the other thing we have to accept here on some level is that the opponents might actually have something to protect a creature, so Otawara may not work the way we want it to. Which is real. And if they do, there's a real chance it's like attack, they block, kill Adeline, pump this to kill Thalia. Then it's kind of like, what do we do after that? But I think we do it anyway, and we can respond with an Otawara. Like, this is a surprisingly difficult decision here, depending on how this all goes down on blocking and spells. That I assumed. This is just how it's going to go down? Okay. They're obviously going to do something here. That's what I thought. So now it's just like, do we just let that die and just save Adeline here? Because we could do that and then just play Wedding Announcement and get a card. I think I'm kind of alright with that. So yeah, let's do that. I mean, we don't lose anything here. Seems good. I mean, I thought they were going to do something else, but they didn't. So it's kind of okay, I guess. Can only cast that. We really don't have anything in the yard, though, but another Adeline. So I guess we just pass. Now we can see the Death Toucher again, and what? Because I'm sure there's something else back there. Are we willing to attack yet? Alright. Let's block. And then we'll just use this and get back a Thalia. I mean, not Thalia, but Adeline. Unless we find, like, Shieldred or something there. Okay, we did. Well, we'll take a Shieldred instead. That's fine. That works out pretty well, too. Alright, opponent goes to 10. Or to 9, goes to 7 here, possibly. Unless they just want to kill Shieldred. Nope. Glissa. Alright, that's a good one. Yeah. Go to 4. Back up Thalia. Let's see if that works. It does. So if they block, take 2, 3, 4. That's not going to cut it. But we can attack with this, this, and this. I think is safe. Actually, I should have just attacked with Thalia, because I have a backup Thalia anyway. Like, saving the Thalia doesn't do anything. Like, them being at 3, they'd be at 1 now. So yeah, that was just a silly no attack. Like, I'm giving them life, potentially, for no reason here. And creating a situation where I possibly can't kill them next turn from a shielded trigger, where I could have previously. Sacrifice a non-token creature. Alright. You gonna do it again? Nope, just Glissa. Alright. And a Dinnick. That's not too bad. I guess we just play this and this. No attacks. But yeah, they'd have been dead this turn if I'd have just attacked appropriately last turn. But I don't think it really matters. Yep. And there's the Contaminator that we were expecting earlier. Alright, we have a couple things that cost 2. We can cast everything. Yeah, I guess we keep it. Go with Ludovic, because it's a 2/3. Oh, they have a cut down. Boo! Guess I could have got away with the Transmogrant, but no. That's okay, though. Yep, you got the Bank Buster. We're going to go ahead and use this time to play this. And then probably just Rafine next turn. Unless we find something like Thalia. We'd play Transmogrant and Thalia together. Oh, opponent does not have a land, though. Discard this dude. Just get some extra damage in there. Yeah, if they don't... I mean, you have to kill Rafine here. It's going to get kind of rough. Oh, man. Alright, there you go. They found some land. That actually works out really well. Let's play this. And we're just attacking with everything and drawing a lot of cards. Oh, boy. Discard that. I guess Adeline and Otawara. Actually, yeah, that's fine. I was just thinking like maybe I could use Otawara defensively to protect something or whatever, but it probably just doesn't matter. I mean, even a sweeper isn't going to kill all of our stuff here. Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, this is a little tough because we have 2 Igonjos and no black mana for Shieldred. We are playing a lot of land, though. Whew. I think I have to... this is tough. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. I think we're going Thalia, hope for the best, and then we'll figure it out after that. I don't really know. Okay. That does some work, actually. Let's go ahead and... we might need that. Let's see if we can draw other lands to get ourselves out of trouble. I mean, obviously, they're going to have a bunch of protective spells and all that mess. Like, we just have to see where it leads. This does slow down the protective spells, though, which is kind of nice. Can get into a little bit of our own trap here, though, if they attack. It's like, do we block and they do something and all that. Okay, that's not the worst way that could have went. If that's how they're using cards. Let's go ahead and run this out. Just get a chain of blockers, which could matter. Alright. Attack, we will most definitely block. So don't feel too bad here, especially since we can start loading up. Can't quite go Shieldred yet. Could Rafine here, but I don't think this is what we want to do. I think just having more bodies here is going to be important. Even at the expense of just making them use cards to protect their creatures is fine. Because we know there's at least one. So let's see it. Gaia's Gift. Okay, that's one way to do it. Sure. Alright. Alright, found more land. That's good. Don't know if Shieldred matters. I guess we go Shieldred here just because being able to go Rafine and Thalia next turn could matter. Just again, the more blockers scenario. We are already at 6, so if they just target their stuff a couple of times or get another Rot Priest, we're probably dead. So we just kind of got to know what we're working with here. Alright, Ossification, no surprise. Seems fine. We're likely just going to split blockers here. No reason to do anything else. Oh, you're going to give something trample? Yep. That hurts. Yeah, now we just die. Like, our hand was too slow. We're just dead. Alright. Yeah, we keep this. Come on, Skrelv, off the top. No Skrelv. Man, would have been nice to be on the play in this matchup. Because now I feel like we're going to fall a bit behind, and it's going to be hard to claw back. Especially if they just got a removal card for our early creature or two. Not much you can do about it, though, you know? I mean, I know they have at least one defensive card. That's not really the concern. It's just, what does this look like otherwise? And I'm not even sure what I want to play next here. I'm assuming Adeline, but I'm not even sure if we're attacking. This isn't one of those matchups where you really care about attacking, really. Okay, I was wondering what type of defensive cards they had here. So that does give us some information. Okay. Denick wedding announcements. I guess, yeah, let's go with this since we're not really attacking here. Not in great shape, though, by a long shot. Still got a long way to get out of this hole. And they attack with all of it. We block. It's going to be a not so pleasant scenario. I guess we do this. Expecting them to do something to protect the Jawbone Duelist or whatever. At least I would assume so. Though the way they attacked last turn, it didn't look like they had anything that really pumped power. as much as probably just protected their creatures, unless this is like a Tyvar stand or something here that they just drew. Yep. Makes sense. Only for one? Oh, it gets indestructible anyway. It doesn't matter. Alright, that actually is probably about as good as that turn could have went, all things considered. So, I'm not going to be too mad about that. Now we can play Adeline, which would just be a 2-power creature, or we could play Dinnik out of the yard, or Rafine, that would be a 2-power. Actually, a 1-power. Till next turn. Rafine lets us play Darkslick Shores tapped. Dinnik, we have to use the Otawara. I think we go Dinnik, though, here. Alright. I feel like just having a higher power creature at least forces them to use those protective spells earlier. And it's kind of what we need to be doing. But we'll see. Alright, they get to pump a thing. I mean, that's just getting jumped by a 1-1, no matter what. So, that just is what it is. I think we're in the same situation as before, so we're just going to block here, force them to protect that. Still going to end up taking 2. Or 2 poison. Because they'll target 1 and then hit us for 1. Higher toughness would have been nice here, but like I said, I think we had to, in some ways, just force the issue. Alright, we're already at 5. So this isn't going to get any easier. Transmogrant, you are actually not good here. So this could be a 5 toughness. 2 power. Would still be able to kill the Jawbone Duelist in a trade. So could this, but if they remove our creature token, we wouldn't be able to do much. Alright, I guess it's gotta be Rafine. And then just play Darkslick Shores tapped. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Alright. Guess that's all we can do, though. I mean, we're at 5. We could die on this attack or the next one, depending on what they draw here. But it's kind of all we got, so we got to roll with it. The thing is, if Rafine lives, we do get... I mean, even if we target their stuff, though, we're still going to take at least 1 more Toxic. So yeah, this is going to be tough all the way around. Not easy at all. The thing is, though, Transmogrant, while it doesn't do anything, does count for 1 more power on Adeline, which is actually relevant. Alright, I mean, we kind of know the drill, but we got to do it anyway. It's nice knowing you, buddy. Rafine just got to eat it here. Yeah, I mean, we know what's coming. Oh. Really? Oh, then we're dying to something else horribly. Skrelv. Okay. Unfortunately, we do have a bunch of white things that they could punch through, so that's not good. Oh, that is very, very bad. Okay. The plus side, we do have Iganjo, right? So, it's not all bad. It's not all bad. So, if we play Adeline. We couldn't play... we need at least 2 mana for this. Oh, we need 1. That's all we need. Because we're -2 for those. I mean, see, that's living dangerously because if they remove one of these, we're toast. But I don't think they are. I'm just going to gamble. And if we attack with Rafine, they take some amount. We make a 1/1, but it just dies. Alright, no attacks. We're going to have to hope Iganjo actually hits the Contaminator, because I'm pretty sure they're going to make that unblockable by white. The only thing is they may not attack if they assume, rightfully or wrongfully, that the Transmogrant could block being an artifact. But seeing as how they didn't play a creature and they're holding a thing, they're probably going to be able to protect this Contaminator, and that's going to be the beginning of the end, I think. Yeah, just call white, obviously. Alright, we got to try. I mean, we know the odds are pretty low, but it's all we got. Alright, we're going to go to 7. That's going to put us to 9, and then we're on the verge of death. Oh, it worked, though. That also means they don't have a protective spell. So what is that last card? It's an... Oh, that's so good for us. That is huge on so many levels. I don't know if that matters. But it is a black creature. And that matters, that it's not white. So that really does matter a lot here. Yeah, they're down to 1 card. So we feel pretty safe doing this. Let's go ahead and pump this so we don't have to keep getting it back out of the yard. Because if we can get 1 counter on it. Yeah, Dennick, you go in the yard because we probably need you to fly. Actually, let's just put Shieldred over there. Actually, both those can go. Oh, I need to... Wait. Oh, because I have 3 attackers. Yeah, that's correct. Alright. We'll hold on to that Iganjo, because it's probably more valuable here. Alright. Forgot about the token. I was just thinking about my 2 actual attackers. Yep, you do what you're going to do here, opponent. Yep. We can live with that completely. Alright. Question is, do we need to hold this up? We're going to have 2 blockers either way. I think we go ahead and just play this. And we just end the turn. Set up to try to win next turn if we can, because right now they only have 2 blockers. Even if they removed one of our things, we could block 3 of them, go to 9, and then they would die next turn. So we should be good. Yep. And because I know there's going to be a knucklehead in the comments, they're going to be, well, they really only had 1 blocker because they have Skrelv. Like, I know the Skrelv was there. I'm just speaking quickly while trying to communicate thoughts or whatever. Like, yes, they have fewer blockers and they were going to die anyway. But if you don't say it or point it out, there's always 4 or 5 people who jump in the comments to like, well, actually, because, you know, that's the way gamers are. But yeah, this was actually a really, really close game. I think there were a few ways we could have lost that, actually. And it took a little while for our hand to come together, but I'll take it. I feel like if we would have swapped Dennick for Thalia, this hand would have been pretty fire all around here. But we're still going to play these out. I think we'll just play Dennick next turn, and then we'll play Rafine, and then we'll hopefully be able to play Shieldred. And we'll just see what happens. Please don't kill my Skrelv. Please don't kill my Skrelv. Wow, interesting. I feel like we didn't play against any, or hardly any, toxic decks for a minute, except maybe like 1 per session. I feel like this time it's already been 2. And I know I played some earlier when I was just testing, so for some reason, today I've just popped up with several of them. Not the norm, but, you know, we'll take it. If they attack, we're definitely going to block here with Dennick if we're able to. Bloated Contaminator. Sure. We will roll out this dude. No attacks. I think we just take the hit from the Contaminator once here. And then see if we can protect Shieldred to block it next time. Obviously, they can probably still protect it, but whatever. Plus, once we get Rafine a counter, then they have to spend cards to try to take out the Rafine if we block. Also, if they have a pump spell here and they attacked with both, that does get kind of dicey. Ah, that guy actually adds some fuel to the fire, for sure. Alright. I mean, they might attack with both. Yeah, I was going to say, it wouldn't be that unreal here. I think I'm just blocking with Dennick here, though, and if they have something, they have something. Alright. I guess they don't. So that wasn't too bad. Could have been a lot worse. Oh, we're going to kill Skrull finally. Alright, now they get to proliferate. Now it's where it starts getting a little ugly. Alright. Shieldred is no attacks. Actually, we would take 4 next turn, be it 7, possibly 8, if they get rid of Shieldred or have another Drown in Iker. I don't think we have a choice, though. Oh, did not want to draw another Rafine. That does hurt. I was hoping just some other thing that maybe I could play Dennick and something next turn would have been cool. That hurts. Yeah, because now I feel like this is going to be a rough attack step for us. Yeah, I mean, the best we can do is block. Assume they're going to do something to our Shieldred. Oh, no. I mean, they might just pump up their other dude. No, they didn't. I thought maybe they could have had a Tyvar stand as well, which would have let them trample, too. Alright, Skrelv. Okay, that sort of worked out here. Let's go Dennick. Wedding announcement. Attack. Ooh, alright, we'll get rid of that. So now we can possibly bounce Skrelv and keep them from getting an extra activation on it, because they'd have to recast it. Though we'd want to do that during their upkeep, possibly. Alright, that's going to come through for 3. So we're going to go to 6. Hopefully they can't, like, go on a proliferate binge here. Or it's going to hurt a whole lot. Uh-oh, they're going after our enchantment? What is this? Nothing. They changed their mind. This needs 2. So we could play this. If we played a land, we'd still be able to do this. We have 2 blue. Alright, at some point, I guess I just gotta try. They have something they can play here. Oh, they might just make another counter with their Mirren, too. Or a token. That's real. Counter here, since you're not blocking flyers. And if it's something that just kills Rafine, it just kills Rafine, I guess. I guess it won't matter. Oh, that's actually fine. I was thinking something way more sinister that they could have done. Well, all the things were worse than that. I have no basics. Look at that. Ooh. Okay. Don't really need either of those. That's unfortunate. A couple of points of damage there would have went a long way. Alright. They don't have the mana to protect stuff, so let's go blue, white, colorless, colorless. Play this. And then, because that's another legend, we can do this for 1. Oh, no, no! Oh, I meant to use the bounce half. Oh, no. Oh, we got lucky anyway. Oh. That was a severe misclick there. Because they could have given their Stinger the Skrelv's ability, and then they would have got us to 9, and if they'd had 1 proliferate, we'd have been dead. Like, the plan there, though, was just bounce their Skrelv on our turn where they couldn't protect it, and then we'd have been able to attack next turn with no problem. So, we got lucky. We got lucky there. I mean, to be fair, we got lucky, but I misclicked to where I shouldn't have lost anyway, but you know what I'm saying. I guess we keep this. This is a weird little hand, honestly. Not necessarily great against mono red at all either. So I could have made a very grave error here. Yeah, I guess we kind of have to. Hope we can draw like Dinnick and something else here on back-to-back turns, or else this is going to get real ugly. Because Transmogrant can't block. Okay, that at least keeps some damage off of us. That's good. Wasn't a body that turn. Squee next turn, though, was kind of scary. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, Squee next turn is tough, because I feel like we're going to be forced to play Rafine, even though we don't really want to. And then we just get to block a Phoenix Chick, possibly have it die to a Lightning Strike. Though they had a burn heavy hand, and they actually targeted our Transmogrant, which couldn't block anyway. Mechanized Warfare, okay. That's a real thing. Ooh, how do we go about this? I guess Rafine sucks up some damage here, right? We just gotta look at the positives. I mean, it's a Lightning Strike, Rafine still dies. Because they can pay 3 here, deal 4. Yep. Assume that was the case. This is more about just sustaining our life total. Maybe, though, we could find a Shieldred? No, no such luck. Alright, we're going to go Thalia. With the hope that maybe she could first strike something, keep some damage off of us. Good example. Hopefully that's not yet another burn spell over there. Looks like it's not, so that's good. Adeline. Alright. You might be useful here. I mean, we've got to try something. I mean, I guess we could get Rafine back. Alright. We'll work on some things here. We might also dig into a Shieldred, so this may not be the worst thing. But this is getting real, because we're going to take 4 here. So we don't have a lot of outs. Plus side, we can target Chandra with an attack. Force the opponent to block. So there's some things going our way, but time is getting thin. There's a Shieldred. That's what we want for sure. Oh, that's not a bad card either. Alright. These are all going to go there. Alright. Okay. Hopefully we don't die. I mean, if they get a Lightning Strike, we're dead. Maybe I should have just got the Rafine for that reason, but... Okay, they didn't shoot us, so they don't have it in hand, I'm assuming. They went looking for an answer. So that's exceptionally good, because we're going to get 2 life back. Adversary... Ooh, Adversary could have Lightning Struck us. Oh no, they're 1 short. They only have 4 land, not 5. Okay, well, I guess we shoot the Phoenix Chick, right? And then... Yeah. I mean, I guess if we're going to do it, though, we wait until the attack step so they can't get it back out of the yard in some weird scenario here. And then we attack with this over here. So we make sure that dies.
No after. I'm wiped out.
All right. Think we might have turned the corner. Felden, kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. We might want to kill that instead. Because I don't want to give them access to burn spells here. And that should do it. Yep. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not enough. Actually, yeah, because during their turn, they'll take 2. Oh, no. They had one more than... Oh, I did bad math. Ah, well. Alright. We're at 10 anyway. So we should be alright. Whew. Alright. Got out of that one. Alright, so... This is actually pretty interesting because... As it turns out, I think if I'm playing on the ladder, the transmogrants are not cards that I would want in here. Mostly because they just don't block against toxic decks. They don't block against mono red. Like, against soldiers, they're pretty bad. So, I'm not a big fan of it. I don't mind it, though, if you get it against the mono white type decks or stuff like that. So, if I had my pick, I would probably just try to find something else in the 2 mana slot to play instead of that, or even consider playing what's his name, the one that you can counter or destroy. It's this guy, Urtai. I would consider playing this, you know, because we don't have any real way to destroy planeswalkers or anything, so this would probably be a better inclusion a lot of the times. Or if you wanted to just play the 2 mana gets indestructible whatever thing, I think that's actually fine too. I think that would be fine here. Guardian of New Benalia. I think this card's actually fine to play in that slot. It's not a legend, but it's easy to cast in here, and it just gives you a lot of options. So either of those cards I think would be better for the metagame if you're going to be playing best of 1, but this was obviously geared toward best of 3 because of what it was for that particular tournament. That said, it's a pretty simple and tight list. So you've got 4 Skrelv, 4 Thalia, 2 Go for the Throat, 2 Razor Lash Transmogrant, 4 Dennick, 1 Ludovic, 3 Adeline, 4 Wedding Announcement, 4 Rafine, 4 Shieldred. And then the lands are interesting because we're playing so many legends, they decided to go heavy on these lands. So we got 3 Aganjo, 3 Otawara, 2 Takenuma, 4 Seachrome Coast, 4 Caves of Kolos, 4 Shattered Sanctum, 4 Darkslick Shores, 4 Plaza of Heroes. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 22, and 6 is 28. So it is playing a little land heavy, but there is the possibility of drawing these in multiples. So you have to take that into consideration as well. So yeah, I think some spots where this deck could, if you were going to try to tune it for best of 1, I think one of the things you could do, like I said, is you could play like the Guardian of New Benalia, I think is a good inclusion. I even think with us having 28 lands in here, you could cut maybe 1 Iganjo or 1 Otawara and get you access to 2 Urtais. Could be good as well. So that could be another thing. Or you cut 2 Transmogrant, 1 of your lands, play 2 Urtai and another removal spell, right? That's possible. I think as long as whatever you play is only 2 or 3 mana, I don't think you get hit too bad by your own Thalia, and I think it's okay. I would consider playing something, though, that does exile an enchantment or a planeswalker. I did have a very long game that ended up just conceding because it was still probably going to go another 10 minutes against mono white midrange, and that was just a crazy back and forth. And really, The shortcoming of the deck was because I didn't have a way to remove many of their things. It was just getting more and more drawn out. And I don't know who would have won. Maybe this deck still could have won, but that's not what you're looking to do if you're trying to grind out games on the ladder, right? You're trying to do it in a timely manner to go up ranks. But other than that, yeah, the deck's actually really cool. It was really versatile, held up against a variety of decks. Nothing but positive things really to say about this. I think you would just have to make a little bit of a shift for playing on best of 1 versus playing best of 3. But that's about it. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Marneus Calgar. One that if you play 40k, this was actually a pretty prominent character, so that's pretty cool. But one of the things whenever you're playing Commander, sometimes you're just looking for redundancy. And this could be a really good bit of redundancy for something that's playing tokens. Because every time you get one into play, you'll get to draw a card. Well, one or more come into play, you get to draw a card. This also has double strike though, which is pretty cool. And then if the game goes long and it's the only thing on the board, or maybe you're playing something that's a big mana rampy sort of thing, well, this lets you spend mana just to put other creatures into play. So it does a lot of different stuff. This is actually a really cool card. And even if you weren't able to get your hands on those decks, this is actually really cheap. Shouldn't cost you more than about $1.50 to pick up anywhere. If you enjoyed this and you're looking to play Legends a different way, I actually have a Naya one that was pretty sweet too. Check it out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.